Hi there, welcome to my cricket channel, called Cricket with Fatter. I hope you guys are doing well. There was a lot of cricket been playing around all around the globe actually, with loads of leagues have been playing around. Similar, most recently was a Tri-Nation Cup and the series. I would say this was kind of a knockout tournament, almost like a knockout tournament. It's been played around, it's been won by Kiwis easily. Apart from these regular cricket, I would say it's one another thing which has been playing around is the women's similar format to IPL, Women's Premier League, and it's good to see that they're competing really hard, they're competing and they're playing well. It's good to see the crowd over there in numbers and masses. That means that acceptability is there, and also people promoting it, like basically they're trying to accommodate it, and it's really good to see that they're competing on both ends. So going back to the Tri-Nation, which has been played in Pakistan, and it was South Africa, Kiwis, New Zealand, and the Pakistans there. If we talk about this, it was some. If I say the clinical performances have been done by Kiwis, that wouldn't be the case, I'm afraid. If it was South Africa, was not really good. I would say they were quite unlucky on this one. But yeah, one of the matches they played, that was absolutely bizarre. It's like, you're serving the match in a try and telling the person, "Mate, take it, please." So, besides this, if we talk about the positives, the Kiwis, they played really well. Not the clinical, but played quite well as compared to both of the other two sides. They batted well, they bowled well, somehow fielded well too on occasions, but not as a clinical performance, I would reckon, on this one. Because now they'll be facing, we'll talk about the Champions Trophy, going to be starting on the Wednesday, the 19th of Feb, but the way the series has been encountered, I can see the pitches in Lahore and Karachi that have been played. It's a high scoring games to the standards of the Pakistani pitches, but it's like decent games, I would say, decent scoring games as compared to the international cricket circuit at the moment. With respect to the Kane Williamson that's been playing, he is actually taking too many deliveries, I must say. When you have to play modern cricket, we always talk about the modern day cricket, but and we need someone to anchor the whole innings to the last, like Joe Root. But the way Kane Williamson is doing is still playing the cricket of 20s or maybe 2010 or 12. He's taking one too many deliveries. At the moment, he's faced the opposition like South Africa. It was okay-ish. They were adopting, the surface, adopting the changes, adopting the environment. But compared to Pakistan, they bowl in bits and pieces, but you could have capitalised it. Like in one of the innings, it's the Phillips. He played in one of the matches. Took it completely away in one of the last over of Shaheen Shah. It was a bad luck for him. It was just a bit unlucky, but he just that's how you need to play. Scoring 350 odd, and it's a due factor there. When the lights turn on, it's altogether completely different ball game, I would say. So they need to adopt the changes really quick, because the opposition, or any other opposition, I would say, apart from Pakistan and South Africa, any other opposition, they're gonna take them to the cleaners, and that's very easy. New Zealand is somehow lucky on this one, although they perform well as compared to other two teams. But I would strongly say that having Kane Williamson in the table, it's in your team, and he's scoring runs, but the amount of deliveries he's taking is a bit alarming. Because if the total is about 380, 370 on the board, and the way he plays, he basically carry forward his innings, that will be creating more difficulties for their own team. Because you can, for the first power play, you can go and smash it throughout the boundary because the fielders are in. But what about when there's a time to maintain about 6.5 or maybe 7 runs and over? He was failed to. When he starts charging in, he loses the grip, and then again he go back to his shell, taking more deliveries. Then again, it's like putting more pressure on his pair. on the other side. So the other person who's on the running side, who's on the other side, who's like basically the partner for him, he has to take all the pressure, all the burden on his shoulders. So if you got a big name, you need to perform well. You need to perform in the crunch matches, in the crunch situation. But if you're just taking more and more deliveries and not performing well, and it's not within 100% strike rate, forget about more than 100, then you're not living up to your name, mate. Compared to that, we talk about Babar Azam. It's completely different players, different leagues, I would say, different standards. But a treat to watch, perfect. Babar Azam. Cover drives. The only good thing about it, I would say, is that he's back into runs now. He's scoring runs. Although he's taking more of the deliveries, but he is back into runs now, which is something, a really good sign for the Pakistani cricket. Mohammad Rizwan is somehow scoring runs, although he got more pressure now, more, I would say, burden of the team. He's a captain, he's leading the team now, but he needs to do a little bit quick. He needs to play a bit quicker. He needs to score more boundaries, more runs, and a little bit of less drama. See, if we need some kind of a drama, that will be in the break or within the innings break, and not on the pitch, not on the, not on the ground. So he needs to score more runs, a little bit of less drama, and the runs need to be at least 100% strike rate. And that's the bare minimum. Considering the fact Fakhar Zaman is back in the team, I'm not really sure on what basis, because I can't say his local performances. Or maybe I'm not fully aware of that, but yeah, he's back in the team, or he needs to perform. Simple as that. There's no he's trying to get into the form. He was in a purple patch and all this. No, you need to get runs, mate. You need to score runs and make it on the board. Bowling side, this wasn't the best of the bowling Pakistan did this time. Shaheen Shah, although he was in the wickets, but like on and off, like in patches, he was taking wickets. The same Shaw, I wasn't expecting him to be battered by the position. I would say, in my opinion, the way he was doing his run-up and the way he was performing it, he's a bit, he's not 100% fit in my opinion at the moment. He's lethargic, he's like a bit tired or a bit stressed, or he's stretched out actually. So he needs to work well on his fitness. Other bowlers, Abrar, yeah, he's good. He's a street smart bowler, so he should be performing in ODIs, and we expect about at least three wickets from him in every match basically, because they are flat tracks. Mostly they are flat tracks. So he needs to, because he's a street smart bowler. The magical deliveries like finger spin and all this. Yeah, he needs to come up with that. He can't, in T20 and in ODIs, he's a go-to man. Considering the fact that Mo Rizwan and Salman Ali Aga, the guy have been performing well in the past, on and off again, not consistent, but he has the potential. I can see he has the shots. He can bowl as well. When he got unfit, when he went back and strove, so he took it over and completed the spell, completed over actually. So yeah, he can perform well, and he has the guts. He has the potential, but he has to live up to his potential. For that, he needs to practice hard in the grounds, do the drills, make sure you are fully equipped. Once the match starts, there's no excuse, and you need to perform from the very first delivery. In terms of other, I would say, players, which I've seen in the last try series, which what happened in Pakistan, the Kiwi, the New Zealanders, Phillips was, he was okay-ish, but yeah, one match he just took it away from Pakistan. His smashing performance in the first ODI against Pakistan, and he performed well. Conway, okay. Mitchell, dangerous man, really dangerous for any opposition on his day. I'll tell you something. You bat him with Kane, you bat him with Williamson. So whoever's batting with Williamson, and let's talk about hypothetically Mitchell is batting with Williamson. So if Williamson is taking his time and he lower down the tempo of the game, the other side, your partner Naturally, he has to be more careful then, because one, he is taking your wasted deliveries on his shoulder. Second, he has to be more careful and more focused to score more runs. So it's kind of a double pressure on the man. So if you say he's batting, if he's not when he's not batting with Williamson, he's batting with a good pace, with good strike rate. But when he's batting with Williamson, and because when Williamson is there, he wants to make sure that the game has been played around him, like football, Messi. So I'll take it out. So he needs to play well. He needs to play his own game. The other one is the opener, as I think it's Ravi. He's too good, and I think he will score at least a couple of centuries in this Champions Trophy. Expect from him. The other teams, if you talk about, of course, one of the best in the market, one of the best in the game, India. Another best in the game is Australia. And England in patches on their day, they can outclass any opposition. They're more of an unpredictable side now, to be honest. English side is not living to the standards. They call it the basketball game. Yeah, that's all. That actually sounds really good, but it is not working consistently. So if you think that you're just gonna go down there and start banging everything and going for the long boundaries, hitting 4s and 6s, mate, it's not gonna happen on every delivery, does it? So for that thing, they need to have some kind of a plan, not just one way that we're gonna be going down there, we're gonna smash every delivery regardless of the merit. They need to play the deliveries, at least half of the deliveries, on the merit. There's no point losing in one match. You score about 300 plus runs, 325, 340 runs, and then in the next 4 or 5 matches you go out under 200. That's not cricket. Are we there? And when you ask the questions, they're like, "Are we enjoying it?" Hang on a sec, mate. You guys enjoying it? What about the people who pay for you, who are trying to watch yourself, trying to give their time and resources and watching you? And have you asked them, are they enjoying it or not? If they're not, then you need to change the tactics, man, aren't they? So that's what they need to do. In terms of the bowling, they're okay-ish, I would say. Not like, yeah, they got Jofra Archer, Mahmood there as well, Wood as well. I'm not sure if they're performing well enough to their standards. They Rashid a bit off colour, I must say, a bit off colour in most of the matches. So in regards to Australia, yeah, obviously they are dangerous. They adopt the changes really quick and really well. They make sure if they are playing bad, even if they are playing not really good cricket, they leave their significant footmark on the game that the opposition will always, till the last overs or the last deliveries, they somehow been scared of them, like maybe they're going to bounce back. That's how the other teams used to play. New Zealand, they're a bit lucky, I must say, on these flat tracks. If they made any good opposition, like Australia, India, hard, really hard, a challenge impossible to cover. Other teams, they're okay-ish, I would say. We'll see their performance in the coming days. There's not too much left now. But yeah, I must say, India will be the one who will be challenging every other opposition. They were playing against Bangladesh as well. I think it was on Thursday. It will be on Thursday. So no, it will be on the 20th, I think. So it might be Thursday, Friday. So we all know in ICC events, Bangladesh always throws some challenges on the bigger teams. They're not the same Bangladesh, I must say, but and that's why they improved there. So there's kind of they are also a threat. But with India, with the class they got, the players they got, it's 90%. It's a one way. It will be a one-way traffic according to my antics. Besides this, we'll see more of the videos there, and please guys stay and stick to it. And if you got any questions, any comments, any feedback, just leave it in the comment box and I'll go through with that. If you want to add something to the video, let me know, I'll do that as well. Apart from that, it's basically just, and also yeah, just subscribe of the channel if you think the content is good enough for you to hit that one subscribe tab on the top. So that's it for now. Keep subscribing, keep looking for Quicker with Fatter. I'm leaving now at the moment, and we'll catch you guys in the next videos. Bye for now.